What's going on, everyone? I'm Brian, this is Ryan, and today we're talking all things blank apparel. All right, so obviously, if you're using DTF, you're gonna need stuff to press it on, and that's why we have Ninja Blanks, our wholesale blank apparel. What would you say is like the number one thing people should be thinking about when they go to the blank apparel site, if they're just getting into DTF?
Absolutely. So, of course, when it comes to pressing on t-shirts, hoodies, hats, whatever, DTF works on all of those fabrics, but you're going to want to kind of position yourself with what style of blank you're looking for. Of course, if you're looking at more one-off events, things like that, we have some great more budget tees like Gildan G500, kind of not the premium blanks that you might be looking for, but that's why we also have a wide array of options on the site as well. So if you're looking to actually kind of sell something for your brand, you know, have merch, things like that, we have more like Bella Canvas, Next Level, Comfort Colors, things of that nature. So we have different blanks for different jobs. It's always just kind of think about what it is you're doing, and then we'll have options to kind of fit in that price range and kind of that quality level you're looking for as well.
So like Brian said, like if you're just doing something like a trade show, you're setting up a booth, always recommend just going with more of a cheaper option like Gildan G500, Fruit of the Loom, all that kind of stuff, where you just get huge runs for relatively reasonable price. And then if you do that on these blanks, you also have our bulk discounts when you buy. I think it starts at $99 worth of shirts. We start getting discounts on the dollar amount. So if you're doing like a huge event and you just need shirts, going with the cheaper options is always the best route. But like Ryan said, if you are doing something where you're trying to represent your brand, or you want to do like streetwear, or just something with a little more premium feel, obviously you're going to want to go with the more premium option. Like you said, Comfort Colors, Bella Canvas, all those ones are great. They feel great. Obviously they're going to feel a little bit better than cheaper options, but at the same time, that's kind of what you're going for when you're going with like brand recognition, or you just want streetwear, or just like anything nicer feel. You're going to get with the premium.
And that's something too that customers will notice. They'll know, even if it's just an e-commerce store, once they get the product in, you can charge a little bit more if you're doing a more premium blank. If someone's pays $35 for a t-shirt that comes in on just a basic Gildan 100% cotton, they're not going to probably be thrilled about that. But if they get it on one of those more premium brands, you can charge a little bit more of a premium than you would for something on a Gildan or something along those lines, while still making a pretty sweet margin.
Absolutely.
With the prices that we have at Ninja Blanks, even those higher quality Comfort Colors, Next Level, etc., it's going to be around $6 to $8 a t-shirt essentially. Meanwhile, for the Gildans and the more basic 100% cottons, you're going to be closer to $3 or sub $3 per piece. So not that big of a jump per piece, but then it kind of gives you the option to really extend your margins and charge more premium. And kind of position yourself with that product and create more repeat customers, because they get that order in, they go, wow, this looks great.
Absolutely.
This is a comfortable shirt. I like it. The design is always, of course, going to be what grabs them in, but are they going to wear the shirt? That's the bigger question.
All right. Let's talk hats, Ryan. You got one in your hand.
I love.
You want to walk us through kind of the same exercise you just did with the premium shirts, like premium shirts cheaper shirts.
That's what
you want to go with.
So we do have, once again, a vast array of options for our hats and accessories. So there are some that are going to be a little bit more cost effective. This one right here is just a classic Yupon, snapback. Great hat. I have a few of those myself. They're great for everyday wear, and they are, a little bit more cost effective. But there are some other premium options as well, Richardson's, things of that nature that we have in there too. So really what it comes down to, again, is for something like giveaway, these are going to be a great option. It'll be kind of on the lower end of that cost spectrum, while still being comfortable to wear, good quality. But then there are going to be those more premium materials. It's going to cost a little bit more, but again, kind of positions yourself if you're selling it. Like if I walk in to a store and I see they've got their hats on Richardson 112, it's one of the best trucker hats you're going to find. I'm a lot more inclined to buy, just because being in the industry, I know the quality that comes with that. But even just comparing them side by side, just the look, the feel, and everything, you'll kind of notice that difference as well. So that's something to keep in mind, is we'll always have those options for you. And of course, if you have questions about specifics, let us know. We're always more than happy to help. to kind of pick what you're looking for, find what you're looking for whatever event or whatever brand situation you're running from there.
I will say too, with looking at a hat like this, you'll see you don't have like the seam that comes down like a 5-panel, 6-panel. I think we've talked about it on videos before, but like, you don't even have to worry about that when you're pressing DTF. DTF will take on that shape a little bit, and you'll see it a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's not going to ruin your design. No. It's still going to look great. And I will say, when it comes to if you're doing some of our heat pressable packages, you'll find on major packages, probably do want to go with more of a premium brand there. Yeah, as you're going to need to boost the heat relatively substantially on your pressing packages, and you're going to be pressing top and bottom for most of this. So just to play safe so you don't ruin a hat, you're going to want to go with a more premium brand there, just so doesn't have like super thin material, it's not burning through or scorching hats, we don't want any of that. So
absolutely,
DTF, either or, but with packages, you probably are going to want to lean more towards the premium.
Yeah.
So we've gone over hats, we've gone over t-shirts, accessories, all that good stuff. Brian, what would you say are some of the trending apparel pieces right now we're seeing our customers buy?
Absolutely. I would say, I know we're kind of moving into spring and into summer right now, but obviously hoodies, sweatshirts are super popular, obviously year round, but definitely in the wintertime when it's colder. The independent brand hoodie, whether it's their midweight, their heavyweight, I've got the heavyweight on right now. It's like, these are the only sweatshirts I buy those days. So they're fantastic. Of course, with the t-shirts, comfort colors kind of reign supreme. But then there's definitely the next level in Bell & Canvas, like we mentioned. Those are very, very similar shirts, whether you're doing their 100% cotton or, sort of a tri-blend situation. They have great options there. Canvas totes as well, especially as we move into summer with festivals, things of that nature. You're definitely going to find those being given away more for giveaways, things like that. I don't know the exact brands, but we have probably 8 to 10 to choose from, all within a pretty reasonable price range. So really, it's just more so the size you need, things like that to kind of keep an eye out for. And then that's pretty much it. I would say in terms of the hats too, obviously the Yupon and the Richardsons are going to be kind of one more of a budget, not the most budget friendly option with the Yupons, but they're definitely, I would say, kind of a good go-between.
Right.
And then the Richardson is kind of the king of the trucker hat as far as I'm concerned there. And I think everyone in the industry would agree with that.
I would agree too. I would just say, is like one piece of advice, if you're just getting into this and you're still not really sure like what you should value when you're going look for a shirt, like should I just go for the cheapest one, should I go for the most expensive one, whatever. We don't have any minimums on these bikes, so if you really just want to get like a Gildan G500, it's going to cost $3. So you can get one of the comfort colors, one of each, and just see which one you feel feels best, because it's super easy to just be like, this is the one I want, let me get 200 of these and press all my things on and sell it, and then all of a sudden half your customers like, this feels bad, I don't like it, and then you have bad reviews, people aren't coming back. You don't know what we want. You don't want that. So if you just buy one of each, test it out yourself. Chances are, if you like the feel, your customers are probably gonna like the feel too. So just keep that in mind when you're getting, to this DTF space and look for bike apparel. So if there's any questions at all, leave them in the comments down below. We'll be sure to answer on the next video. Until next time, Ryan,